गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पता न शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्ग विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Hari Om, Hari Om. We will chant from verse number 8. न चक्षुषा गृह्यते नापि वाचा नान्यैर्देवैर्तपसा कर्मणा वा ज्ञानप्रसादेन विशुद्धसत्त्वः ततस्तु तं पश्यते निष्कलं ध्यायमानः। ईशोऽणुरात्मा चेतसा वेदितव्यः यस्मिन् प्राणः पंचधा संविवेश प्राण पंचधा संविवेश प्राणैश्चित्तं सर्वमोतं प्रजानां यस्मिन् विशुद्धे विभवत् Vibhavatyesha Atma. Once again. Eshoduratma Chetasa Veditavyaha Yasmin Pranaha Panchadha Samvivesha Pranayischittam Sarvamotam Prajanam Yasmin Vishshuddhe Vibhavatyesha Atma Yasmin Vishuddhe Vibhavatyesha Atma. So we are seeing the importance of Atma Jnanam and Atma Jnan Sadhanam. What is the means of knowledge? What is the fruit of knowledge? We had seen that. And in the 8th mantra, if you remember, it was said that Atma is not known by eyes or speech or any other sense organ, even by action or even by tapasya. Please note, it doesn't mean these things have no value. These things have no value. Supposing I say, by hand you cannot walk, that doesn't mean the hand is useless. You need hand for writing, you need hand for eating, you need hand for holding something. So when it is said Atma is not gained by tapasya or karma, doesn't mean tapasya and karma are not is useless. But specifically for Atma, this won't help. For seeing something, I say, for seeing something, leg is useless. It doesn't mean altogether only leg is useless. For seeing you need, especially eyes are required. Now, why these are not Atma? Because it cannot be objectified. Objectified means it cannot be known as this. Because anything which will objectify, it will become in time and space, it will become small, then who will know it? Then what was said? Jnana prasadena vishuddha sattva. Jnana prasad means, if you remember, I had meant the meaning of Jnana. Jnana had meaning of man. By the grace of mind. Lo, we had heard grace of God. Where from? That grace. Mind is a big grace giver. If the mind is pure, it can grace the person with good thoughts. We train our mind to bring out certain thoughts only. It is our training of the mind that particular kind of thoughts will come. So, Jnana Prasadena, by the grace of mind, grace of which mind? Which mind? Rajogun, Tamogun, Rahit mind. That mind which is devoid of oscillations and devoid of Rajogun means having Rag, Dvesh, and Tamogun means having inertia. So that means extremely sattvic mind, pure mind. Sattvic mind means which has the mumukshatva and vairagya. If you remember, Vivek, Vairagya, Shat Sampatti and Mumukshatva. This is Sadhan Chatushta. Remember that. So Vivek, Vairagya and Mumukshatva is gained through Karma Yoga. And Shat Sampatti is gained through Bhakti, Upasana and Ashtanga Yoga. I'll repeat. Vivek, Vairagya and Mukshatva, the discrimination, dispassion And the desire for the self is gained through dedicated activities. Dedicated activities to the Lord gives you punya. And by that punya, you start discriminating that is this work, is this the nitya or anitya? Did this give me the solution that I wanted? Na asti akrita skritena. I invested so much time, money in this work or in this person. Is this what was the end product I desired? With any relation, with any kind of external work where you wanted external gain, you will find firstly you will not get it exactly what you wanted, exactly. Even if you get it, it will be at a very big cost. It will be at a cost and there is no end to it. After that again you want to it. So action tells that I am not very good friend. What I will produce outside, don't hang on to it. This is called Vivek. Vivek means you always compare what you had expected from action and what you had got. Was it the solution? Was it Nitya solution? Is it a permanent solution? And ultimately from Vivek you will get Vairag. Vairag. So by Vairag you can get only by Vivek and by God's grace. There are two sources to Vairagya. And because of Vairagya, you will say, okay, then where is the solution? And then third thing comes Mumukshatta. Actually, you want to be free from all problems forever. I don't want me to be disturbed on any account. When you have a desire not to be disturbed by your mind, is there something where I can be quiet, I can be free, I can be without new birth? So this is called Mumukshatva. Source is Karma Yoga, not Karma Yoga. So this plus Upasana Yoga, Shat Sampatti, Sham, Dam, Uprati, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhan. You have heard that. Shat Sampatti. You remember Shat Sampatti? You don't remember? Huh? You've heard it. So tell me later on. So, Sham, when you sit for Upasana, you develop control of mind. Dam means sense organ are under control. Shraddha is required. Uprati, you have to withdraw from action. Samadhan means you have to maintain quietude of one thought. Shamdam, Uprati, Shraddha, Titiksha. You have to tolerate certain things. You have taken all these. So, an Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga prepares for integrated personality. Samanvit Vyaktitva. Well-knit personality, where your personalities are in tune with each other. Your vyavhar, how you live with others is your yama, and how you live with yourself is dhamma or niyama. Yam, niyam, asan, how much your asan siddhi is there, asan. Then pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. So they are tackling different levels of your personality. So your interactive personality is tackled by yam. How you live with yourself is tackled by niyam. How you sit so that your sitting becomes your sadhana is tackled by asan siddhi. How your prana is irregular is tackled by pranayam. How you work and withdraw, that is tackled by pratyahar. How you can focus on one subject for a long time, that is tackled by dharana. And because of that, your dhyan will be, dharana is in space, dhyan is in time. And long time dhyan is samadhi. So are you seeing? So it takes lot of time in this developing sadhan chatushtaya. That mind is not ready. The whole, it takes more time in preparing something than consuming something. The food preparation is very long. You have to sow the seed, you have to harvest, you have to cut, you have to do this, then bring for the market. It takes 6-7 months. But to eat it, it will take few minutes. The clothes that you are putting, cotton must be there, it must have gone to the factory, it must have been converted to clothes. But putting on the clothes is 1 minute, 2 minutes. So to prepare such a mind, it takes many births because we don't do it very seriously. Therefore, it takes more time. Any work we are not doing it proper manner, it will take more time. If you give more focus on something, it will take lesser time. So, jnana prasadena vishuddha sattva. Vishuddha sattva means that pure-hearted. Yeah, this topic I had seen yesterday, therefore I will move ahead. But this I had not touched more. So, yogya drashtum. Is it clear now? So, jnana prasadena. You tell me later on, Shad Sampatti, etc. If you don't tell it, you have a punishment. You know, remember the punishment, no? 108 times you have to write. Not more. And that too, in this busy time, within 24 hours. They have got a lot of punishment like this. 5 yamas, 5 yamas. Remember that? 500 times. You wrote 500 times. 2 times. 2 times 500. Imagine that. You also had it. Huh? 108. You have not written. You have written there. Now if you don't, if I ask you, I'm giving you by evening time, then you will have it. In 24 hours you have to write. So better to save your 24 hours. Now that point called jnana prasadena vishuddha, how intellect, by the grace of intellect. Now that is elaborated in 9th shlok. And very important, please don't miss this. If you miss this, you will miss a lot. Very important, okay? Because some terms I will be using which will be significant for your Vedantic studies. It is said here, Esho anu atma. Esho duratma chetasa veditavya. This is the. So Atma is mentioned as anu. Anu means extremely small. Only how small? Smaller than microbe. Well, just now you said that it cannot be seen by eyes, it cannot be seen by. And if it is extremely small, then how do you say Atma is all pervading? At one place you say it's extremely small. Other place you say Atma is all pervasive. How this contradiction can be? Where this is called interpretational analysis. That is called Mimansa. Anu means that it cannot be perceived by senses. Don't take the literal meaning of Anu from the science. Scientific terminologies don't use in Vedantic. Everything has its own terminology. Supposing you go to the doctor. So when I go to the dentist, he doesn't say this on the top tooth. He has his own number. I don't know how they say, number 5 number. You don't say balconies. This is balcony. Third left from the balcony. This language is not used by the dentist. He will use his own technical language. And the nurse will always jot it. Okay, this is there, and he has a case history about you. He will take out your case history, and then he will say, okay, when had you come last time? What was the problem? And all these things. So, Anu word does not mean subtle as something very small. Anu means which cannot be perceived by the senses. Indriya agocharatvam anutvam. Not inability to be seen by the senses is called subtle here. Because it has been said that it is all pervading, sarvgat also. Avinashi tu tad viddiyena sarvamidam tatam. You have heard all these things. So, Eshu Anu Atma. Now, bhaiya, uske baad to ek aur shot laga diya. You know what is said? It is known by the mind. Lo. We are thinking that it is not known by the mind. Why are you confusing me, my poor person? I am already weak. Weak-minded also, weak in Vedanta also. So, why you are confusing me? Please say one thing. Because just now you said in the last verse, it is not known by the eyes, it is not known by the speech, it is not known by tapasya, action. And here you are saying it is known by the mind. What do you want to say? Say once. Now please be very careful. It has two connotations here. Both are very important. One is that it is not known by unprepared mind. Atma can be known only by a prepared mind. It is not known by unprepared. Unprepared means Rajogun, Tamogun, Yukta mind. That mind which is endowed with or which is sullied by Rajogun and Tamogun. That means desire, attachment, anger, ahankar, the mind which is very outgoing mind, which is gross mind, which catches very gross topic. That is called the impure mind, unprepared mind. Because it has no time to hear also, listen. And even if it listens also, it will never hold on because it is habit of holding to something gross. It will not hold. I told yesterday, to hold the subtle, you have to have the subtle instrument. Supposing you have to hold this, so you need a tongue. A gross tongue is required. But supposing a very small pebble is there, this big, gross tongue may not hold that. And supposing something is very small, then gross will not. Because the subtle Atma is there, you need a subtle instrument. Microscope is required not to see this table. Microscope, you don't need a microscope to see the table. Something which is very, very small, if you see blood reports, so earlier they used to see by microscopes. Nowadays the very advanced technology has come. Still they have microscopes in the lab, etc. And very smart and very advanced microscope is there. They will see the movement is there in the blood or whatever is there. Similarly, because the Atma is very subtle, therefore you need a subtle mind to know the Atma. That means the mind which is detached from the world, the mind which is not having any person in his anything disturbing in him. It is not moving like that. It is not having the attraction for action, etc. So that is called prepared mind. This is one meaning. Second meaning is very, very important. And if you why is said, somewhere it is said Atma is not known by the mind. Here it is said known by the mind. When it is said Atma is not known by the mind, it means it means it cannot be objectified. It cannot be objectified. I hope you have. Tell me the Upanishad where it is said. Na tatra jakshur gacchati, na vag gacchati. You know Upanishad you have studied in SUP also. Eyes cannot catch that, mind cannot catch that. Because mind can catch something which is in time and space, which is an idea, which is a form. Atma is not a form. So when it is said it cannot be known by the mind, so the instrumentship of the mind is negated. There are two things. One is instrumentship, other is locusship. What? Instrumentship and locusship. I walk through the stick, or I am seeing by the light. So this light has to pervade whatever object it sees. Supposing by the light of that bulb, I am seeing the book. So light should be more pervasive than the book, then only you can see that. If light is less pervasive than the book, then some part of the book will not be seen. Similarly, you are hearing. There is a light of your ear also. My words, the light of the ear called Karna Jyoti should be more pervasive than the words. Then only you can hear the words clearly. Otherwise, supposing I say something very softly, I say, when we are going on the stop in this area, what? Now, I said when we are going on the top of mountain in this area, then you is clear. But supposing it is very soft, when we are going on the top mountain in this area, you say what? Because your Karna Jyoti is not able to pervade that particular word. So anything is perceptible only when the perceiver is more pervasive than the perceived. नहीं ठीक है क्यों भाई स्टैनली फाइन Stanley has become Vedanti now. Earlier he was not in the morning classes. Now he loves morning class, I think also. Huh? When I am not there, he also comes. I see your name also. Only 4 names, 5 few names I see. Her name, you and you. When I am not there. Morning class. The rest have realized the self. So, she comes very, very rarely in the morning. Very rarely. Your name is hardly there. But evening class I see your name. Sometimes. So, now my point is then when it is said the self cannot be known by the mind, it means mind cannot objectify because mind will become bigger than the Atma because the objectifier will be bigger than the objectified object. Understand? And how can something become bigger than mind if something is more pervasive than mind? That who is seeing the mind also? Because you know your mind, therefore there is somebody, self is the one which is more pervasive than the mind, therefore only you can see the mind. And therefore when it is said that mind cannot objectify, and therefore from that angle it is said that Atma cannot be known by mind. But, very important point I am going to say. Any knowledge will take place in the mind. So instrumentship of the mind is negated, not the locusship. The locus of all knowledge is the mind. Mind means thought. Mind, intellect, don't differentiate here. Locus of all knowledge will be mind. Any knowledge, worldly knowledge. He is a man. The man with the white shoes is called Rakesh. Yellow shirt is called Dinesh. One with the yellow sari is a brahmacharni. When you say like that, this knowledge has taken in the mind. Somewhere, once from divine life, some brahmacharni had come. You knew that. Two of them had come. So they had also put the yellow cloth like that. Yellow cloth they were having. So they don't need introduction that they are brahmacharni. So moment you see yellow cloth, when mala was there, they sat there in that room. I don't know the name, but I think you knew them very well. So immediately, without moment this was there, this knowledge has taken place in the mind only. So knowledge of the self will not take place somewhere else other than the mind. First of you all. Why? Because ignorance is in the mind only. When you hear mind means intellect, mind, intellect, all are same. Ignorance is in the mind. The knowledge will not take place somewhere beyond the mind. Get clear of this point. Knowledge will not take place somewhere beyond. What is beyond the mind then? Knowledge will take place in the form of thought. Whether any knowledge is there, it will be in the form of thought. Whether knowledge of the book or knowledge of a food or knowledge of a person or knowledge of the self. Although it's a different, but the knowledge will take place in the form of thought only. Now, one thing else. Is it clear this much? Yo, bhai, Kritni? Clear? Okay. We have no time, otherwise notes I could have seen. So, now the next point is two words I have very much used. One is called vritti vyapti, other is called phal vyapti. Don't ask for translation. I have told this many times. But I will again tell. This is Acharya Dharma. So, because this topic is coming and you don't know, therefore I'll again say. Vivekji knows, I think. Now understand what is vritti vyapti and what is phal vyapti. If you are not able to understand, don't worry, relax. Only why is very difficult or what? No, not difficult. Anything not understood is difficult. Understood is easy. Supposing this is a flower. Theek? Now what is vritti vyapti? The pramata through the praman nalika goes through to the prameya. What? Start itself is so difficult. Pramata means the knower through the means of knowledge goes to the object of knowledge and pervades that object of knowledge. This is called vritti vyapti. Very famous example, what is given, there is a farms are there. And around the farm, small dams are put. So when the lines are there, this, square is square. So supposing the water is going and you open one outlet. So water goes and pervades that particular farm like this. Then other is there, it pervades like that. Supposing it is round, so it will become round. The shape of the water will be decided by the shape of that particular dam. So the pramata means the knower. Don't get afraid by what pramata. Pramata means knower. This is called means of knowledge, called pramana. The pramata, through the praman nalika, through the means of knowledge, it goes through the area of known area. It's called prameya. Like this is called prameya, eyes are praman, and the knower is pramata. Simple. No difficulty. My words are prameya, your ears are praman, and the one who knows it is called pramata. So pramata goes to the prameya through the praman. Know the technical language also. The knower goes to the object of knowledge through the means of knowledge called ear. well done, I understood. No, it is just one step. Wait. Well, this is phalvyapti. No. Wait. That topic has yet to get completed. It's not that simple. Now, that means that flower which I did not know, please note, its ignorance is removed only. It has come inside. Its ignorance is removed. This is called vritti vyapti. But, second point is very important, that when it has ignorance is removed, then the light of the knower pervades that object. This is called phalvyapti. The light of the knower pervades that object which was whose. So in removal of ignorance and having the knowledge is these two different things. Although you cannot differentiate it, but understand that. Okay. I told you it was not that simple. You thought it is very simple. Removal of ignorance is vritti vyapti. And the one who claims I have the knowledge of this is called phal vyapti. Now, the light of the consciousness of the knower has pervaded that object, and then you say, I know the flower very well. I know the flower very well. What means what? This flower, in the form of thought, it had gone in my mind. And the light of the self through the knower has pervaded it very well, and therefore the knowledge has taken place. I know the flower very well. Every knowledge in this world is taken by these two processes. Supposing I say, only vritti vyapti is there, then I know this thought won't be there. You cannot have the knowledge. And supposing I say, no, I don't need pramana, then how will this come inside? How will this come in your mind? But this process happens so fast, simultaneously almost, that you cannot differentiate that. It is like that. I brought the pot inside the room, and then I had put on the light. So bringing the pot inside the room is one, and after that illuminating the pot through the torch is another thing. Bringing the pot inside the room is called vritti vyapti, and illuminating through the torch is called phal vyapti. ठीक है? Huh? Say yes. Supposing there was a light, be careful, there was a light lamp, and it was a lit lamp. I was searching everywhere, but I could not find anywhere. Then I saw that in some room, that lamp was there, lit, but it was covered by many dark papers. Hardly it had any light. Little light I could see. Okay? I went inside the room and I removed paper and all these. Now you don't, and ultimately that lamp shone. Everything else can be seen by that lamp, but to see that lamp, you don't need another lamp. You just removed that paper or foil which was covering it. This is called, it is only vritti vyapti is there. You don't need to illuminate that lamp by another lamp. Phal vyapti is not there. Well, what do you want to say? When the knowledge of everything else is there, you need vritti vyapti and phal vyapti. But knowledge of the self, you don't need, huh? Huh? Phal vyapti. Why? You don't know the self as I know the self. It's already there. You just need to remove the ignorance of that. It is already there. You don't have to illuminate that. It is of the nature of effulgence. And from this angle it is said, if you have not understood, relax. Don't worry. If you have understood, very good. So, Esho Anu Atma Chetasa Veditavya. In the knowledge of every object, you need vritti vyapti and phal vyapti. In the knowledge of the self, you don't need phal vyapti. You need only vritti vyapti. You don't say, I know this self. You cannot know the self as this. The self alone is there. Bas, itni baat. Keep on listening. One day you will understand. If not in this birth, next birth. Only next birth you will go. Then you try this birth. If you try here, you can get this. Oh my God. So mind is the locus of knowledge. And therefore this knowledge will rise in the mind. Relevant thought has to rise in the mind. Prepared mind. So prepared mind plus the words of the scripture both come together, then there is a knowledge. Okay? Very good. But let me move ahead now. If you have understood, very good. If you have not understood, then also very good. Don't worry. Next. Yasmin pranas panchadha samvivesha. Where this knowledge takes place? In the Almirah? Or well, in the body this knowledge. No, which body? Dead body. Not dead body. It is written here, Tasmin Yasmin Sharire. Yasmin is for Sharire, in the body. Which body? Pranless body. No, which has 5 pranas. Which has 5 pranas. Which are the 5 pranas? Bolo? Pran, Apan, Vyan, Saman, Udan. So, Pran Vayu. Pran means? This pran is there. Inhalation, exhalation, etc. That pran, apan means excretory. Vyan means circulatory. Udan means reversal. So, pran, apan, vyan, saman, circulation. Saman is digestion. Vyan is circulation. Udan is reversal, through which you do like that. Like when a person is vomiting, the Udan Vayu is there. Or you are belching, then Udan Vayu is there. Where the body leaves, Udan Vayu is there. So 5 pranas are there in the body. Where knowledge takes place, I am telling, knowledge takes place in the body in which 5 pranas are there. So knowledge takes place in the body? No. In the body in which pran is there, in which mind is there. So one is the body, in the body is the pran, in the pran is the mind, in the mind is the knowledge. Now, so this is said here, pranaha panchadha samvivesha. 5 ways, 5-fold pranas are there. Then what is it here? Pranes chittam sarvamotam pranana. Sarvam chittam, all the chit means mind, is pervading the prana. Prajanam here means body. Pranaihi, pranai means along with sense organ or mind. or prana. Along with sense organ or the mind, it is pervading the whole body. Along with the sense organ or the prana, mind is pervading the body. Here prajana means body or bodies. So prajanam sarvam chittam. Chittam means by the mind. All bodies pervaded by the mind. All the bodies are pervaded by the mind. Is it clear? And therefore, in the mind, the knowledge will take place. Which mind? Every mind? No. Then yasmin vishuddhe vibhavatyeshatma. Yasmin, in that mind which is pure. Vishuddhe means pure. Kleshadi mal viyukte. That means devoid of kam, krodh, irsha, dvesh, through which you get very uncontrolled. What is the meaning of the impure mind? That makes you uncontrolled. That throws you away from yourself. Because of which you cannot hold the thought of self for a long time. You have to drop it. That is called Vishuddha. Vishuddha means the mind is with you for a long time. Long time that thought it holds. It has nothing else to do. It has no other preoccupation. For hours, so you heard satsang and you go to the room and for hours the same thought of self is there. That is called Vishuddha. Well, who will do the work? I have to sit for havan also. I have to get breakfast also. I have to fight with that person also. And when all these things are over, that is called Vishuddha mind. Not that you are in the room only, necessarily. Even if you are not in the room, mind is not leaving that thought. Like the impure mind doesn't leave the thought of what other person said to me. If you watch a film and after seeing the film, certain scenes will be in your mind. Because of the impure mind. Some fighting scene was there, some dialogue was there, some romantic scene was there. So because of my vasana, I catch that much only. You saw many scenes, but your mind got that because of that vasana. Or ghost, etc. is there. So you saw that scene where a ghost came from somewhere. Oh, so this you saw. One lady was there and her hairs were all this time. One person was walking. One Swamiji was there, Swami Premanandji. He was walking in Vrindavan at 3 o'clock morning. He saw one lady was there, was coming towards him. White hairs all around. So he thought something is wrong. Let me go back. So he turned back. Turned like this. And now that lady came on the front. Imagine what you would have done at that time. Huh? What you would have done? Ran away. Where you will run? He shouted, Radha! And then she disappeared. So these things also happen. And the ghost Feet is not like that. It is this side. Feet is opposite direction and hair is on the front. Like that. White hair is flowing on the front of the face. I'm giving you description so that you have vritti vyapti and phal vyapti both. भाई आप विभवती एष आत्मा विशुद्धे pure mind. Now you have seen this or heard, this thought will remain now. In the same satsang, we only pick up few points. Sometimes you pick up some jokes, sometimes you pick up some scolding. Main thing sometimes is doubt. Because we pick up as perverse vasana. But when the mind is pure, it picks up 1 minute. What you said, the light in which the foils are there, that are removed, then only self is shining all the time. So this removal of the foil means removal of the ignorance from the self. That I am finite is the foil. I am in time and space is the foil. I am small, I am man, I am woman, this foil is there. And this you remove. And what the self is there is automatically shining at all times. This is called phal vyapti. Yes, I got it, let me dwell into it. And he just goes into own meditation or contemplation, and not that necessary he has to keep his eyes closed or he has to go in the room while walking, talking. He will be in the same mood of self. This is called Vishuddhaman. Yasmin Vishuddhe Vibhavati Esh Atma. This self shines in such a mind. I hope this point is clear. Such a mind alone can have that knowledge. So this told about the kind of instrument required, kind of mind required for that knowledge. So sadhan was there. Sadhan. Now of this Mundak, Khand 1, section 1, last mantra comes. It is also a very popular mantra. This is the phal mantra. Phal is given in that mantra. Fruit. What is the fruit of that? Phalani. Atma Gyan Phalani. Before that, Atma Gyan Sadhanani. Before that, Atma Gyan. What was Atma Gyan? And before that, what was Atma? Atma Swarupam. Atma Swarupam, Atma Gyan Sadhanani, and now Atma Gyan Phalani. That is also mentioned. And for praising the Atma Gyan, Shruti is praising the Jnani. How Shruti is praising the Jnani? Let us see that. Please chant. So this is Jnana. To praise the Jnana, you are praising the one who has Jnana. This is the meaning here. Yam yam lokam manasa samvibhati Vishuddha sattvas kamayate yamscha kaman tam tam lokam jayate tanscha kaman tasmadatmagyam yarchet bhuti kamaha. बड़ी है भाई. Tasmatatmagyam hi archet bhuti kamaha. You can break it again. Yam yam lokam manasa samvibhati Vishuddha sattvaha kamayate yamscha kaman tantam lokam jayate tanscha kaman तस्मादात्मज्ञं हि अर्चयेत् भूतिकामः. So this is a new subject, new topic. Time is almost over. We will see it tomorrow, and today's feeding scheme is also there. Poor people are fed today, so they must be waiting. 10:30. 10:30 is the time. Chalo, my time is over. Just 2 minutes we will sit. Please sit straight. No movement in the body. Just observe. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi